everybody, John12 back here again with a very self-explanatory video, hence the thumbnail and title. Yes, I'm here with another Dragon Ball Super episode review. Yes, I'm here to review episode 79 titled Universe 9's Basil the Kicker versus Universe 7's Majin Buu. And of course, if you've not seen the latest episode of Super, please go check it out because this review may contain spoilers. But that being said, let's get into the episode. Now, going into episode 79, I can honestly say for everyone, I had very low expectations. I wasn't expecting much from the episode for various reasons. Number one, on Universe 7's side, Majin Buu. Majin Buu is a very interesting character with a lot of grand abilities and powers, but we haven't really seen him get to go to battle in all of Super. There's been lots of chances to see Majin Buu strike. There's been a lot of chances for Majin Buu to break out as a legit force of nature like he was in Z with all of his battles with Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3, Goku, Gotenks, himself for fuck's sake. However, in Super, like a lot of fighting characters, he's been dwindled into irrelevancy. And then, of course, on the other side, the flip of the coin, you have Universe 9, who's filled with one of the most backward-ass fucking characters I've seen, and that's saying a lot, seeing as how all the designs for majority of the Gods of Destructions, Angels, and of course, the Kaioshins are kind of backwards as is. Yeah, we have Universe 9. We have the furries, as I like to call them, or as like their Universe 9 Kaioshin likes to call them, the Trio of Dangers or whatever. Very horrendous name, I know. And then you have Basil, who's fighting Buu, and like, let's just make fun of him as is. I mean, like, for fuck's sake, I know Dragon Ball, it's legendary for the puns. It's legendary, but fucking Basil, that's his name? Like, go fuck yourself. Come on, I mean, like, whatever. I guess I can get... I mean, like, there's been dumber names in Dragon Ball, I guess. But Basil? And then you have his horseshit titles that the Kaioshin gives him. And then we have this evil Kaioshin, and this pussy-ass God of Destruction. And granted, it's an interesting dynamic in comparison to what we've seen with Beerus and Whis and Supreme Kai. But goddamn, I'm telling you. Yeah, taking the good Lord's name in vain. You have a really fucking wacky Kaioshin. I mean, like, the Omni Kings, they need to get up on that. They need to get up on that fucking, the handling of these Kaioshin, because they're getting evil. Zamasu was just is Zamasu just the first the little fucking spark that just makes all Kaioshins all over the macroverse and the multiverse go crazy? The fucking discussion for another time, I guess. But overall, this episode is just a sheer battle episode. There's no adding of the plot. There's no story progression. There's not really anything adding to the Dragon Ball verse, other than the fact that it's just a fight episode between two characters. And with all that being said that I just put out there, I can honestly say at the end of the day, coming out of the episode, I fucking loved it. I have to say, this is probably one of the best fight episodes we gotten that doesn't have Goku and Vegeta in it. Goku and Vegeta don't fight, they don't train, they don't fucking hassle each other like they usually do in Super. No, this is a character who is extremely powerful, a lot more powerful than we give credit towards, and it is a savage fucking fight. Not too savage, granted, but it's a very epic fight. That's almost like fucking almost on the money of like a One Punch Man episode. Maybe not. Let's be honest, Madhouse, that's where the heat's at, but Toei gets crazy in this episode. They get crazy with the animation artwork, and I loved it. I fucking loved it. The Buu-Basil fight was epic. There's a lot of great attacks. There's a lot of very interesting plot points that we have to take into account when it comes to these exhibition matches. And it was just a very interesting and, more important, fun action episode. But moving off of that, in the sidelines, we get a lot of very interesting dialogue that kind of goes in. Goku and Gohan have their little discussions on the mysteries of the fighters of Universe 9 and their powers and abilities. Mr. Saiyan obviously is trying his hardest, almost Yamcha style, to stay alive from all the collateral damage of Buu's fight. And then you have the interesting cheatings of Universe 9 and excuses from the Omni Kings, the Xenosamas, and Grand Priest, of how uninterested they are on cheating and like how the tournament works. And it's a very interesting plot point that I want to put out there and discuss real quick, which is the Xenosamas and the Grand Priest's exclusion of rules in these exhibition matches. Apparently, throughout the fight between Buu and Basil, it's pretty much very prominent that Basil no matter how cool his attacks may look, there really isn't much of a match between him and Buu. Buu is a force to be reckoned with, as we stated previously, and he pretty much dominates Basil for the majority of this fight. However, every time Buu does take down Basil, and it should be a clear win for Universe 7, it's not up to satisfactory standards for the Omni Kings. The Omni Kings are uninterested with a fight ending too soon or uninteresting unless it's like, you need to beat the shit out of this guy. And then you have you have Kaioshin of Universe 9, whose name unfortunately escapes my mind at the moment, but apparently fucking cheating by just giving out illegal enhancement drugs to fucking Basil. And the Omni Kings are very uninterested. They don't really care. Anything goes. Apparently these exhibition matches are very much anything goes. As long as you get a very interesting fucking epic fight out of it, and one of you wins and is victorious by either executing your fucking... It's like Spartacus rules almost. It's fucking... You gotta win to kill this bitch, or beat him down until he's fucking tapping. He need a tap. And that's just how these exhibition matches are going, which is a very interesting plot twist, even for this little stuff. And I'm satisfied with the stuff they're doing here, but this shit with the exhibition matches of like anything goes was a real mindfuck for me. Because in previous tournaments, with exception, I guess, like what, maybe the Cell games, where it's like Cell was like, fuck the tournament, let's just fight. Pretty much anything goes is a very interesting twist for a tournament in Dragon Ball. So, and I want to think for a second and like ask, like, what would it be like if the Xenosamas, this is the Omni Kings, ruled our actual world, and like we're really into like UFC and like football and like basketball and just like fucking Olympic Games and shit, and just we're like, who gives a shit? Just give us some good epic stuff. I don't care if you cheat. I don't care if you fuck someone over. I don't care if you fucking take all the steroids you need. Fucking just give us some cool stuff. Imagine that shit. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny, in my opinion. Pretty much the fight ends up in Buu's favor eventually, and it was a very good ride and very fun fight that leads into the next battle, which will be happening next episode, episode 80, between Universe 7 Gohan against Lavender, Universe 9's Lavender. Another shitty ass pun name, but whatever. It is what it is. They're fucking, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not gonna let this down. I'm not gonna fucking let it go. They're fucking furries. They're fox people. Who gives a fuck? And their name, Basil and Lavender? Come on, man. I just say, it just bugs me for some reason. I don't know why. But overall, that's pretty much the next fight. Gohan is taking out the wacky character from Lion King, the fucking one hyena who does nothing but laugh and look crazy. He's going to be taking him on. I don't have that much expectations for said episode, mostly due to the fact that the teaser kind of sucked ass. However, I'm hoping, I'm really hoping Gohan needs to bring it. I mean, like he said it in the last episode or what have you, that, you know, he's fighting for fucking his wife and kid. That's what he's fighting for. So Gohan needs to bring it. If he doesn't bring it, fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it for the rest of Super. I don't want to hear none of that shit of like, there's that chance that he could have a comeback. He can't. No, fuck it. That's pretty much 3 strikes, you're out, motherfucker. Resurrection F arc, you sucked. Champa arc, you didn't even show up. Trunks arc, you weren't even in it, so who cares? You weren't in any of that shit. This is your 3rd strike, and if you oh my god. But whatever, it is what it is. With that being said, the episode, I liked it. It was a very enjoyable episode. I love the banter between gods. We got a little, you know, a good little fucking little tidbit of execution with CERN the Clown of Destruction with his cloaked warrior, whose name I think is pronounced Topa. I think that's his name. Very interesting. We finally figure out, like, oh, he's the cloaked figure that we've been speculating for a while now. Very interesting. I don't really understand the purposes of, like, having him cloaked, especially when his design has already been shown up in the spoilers of Dragon Ball Super. But overall, the episode, I liked it. The banter, I liked. The dialogue, I really enjoyed. I really liked the performances. If you throw aside the action and fights and the animation artwork, which was very on point, with exceptions to certain nitpicks I had, like the animation art looking a little sketchy and scratchy and almost crudely drawn at times, everything was pretty much consistent for my standards for Super. But I loved, more than any of that, is the acting performances. of all the characters. Beerus, I loved him. Boo's voice, I loved it. I loved his performance. Even like Basil and the Universe 9 characters, I enjoyed them too. But who I really enjoyed, and I know a lot of people been giving him shit, fucking Goku's been getting a big ass raping in this arc so far from the fandom, but I'm here to say, as your fucking loco hero, your fucking friendly neighborhood Goku dicksucker of YouTube community fan base of Dragon Ball, I'm here to fucking say I enjoyed Goku in this episode. Yes, 11 universes are at the stake of fucking fuck it. Fuck it. I enjoyed him. I'm proud to say it. I enjoyed him in this episode. I fucking liked it. I liked his dialogue. Masuko Nozawa brought it. As Gohan and as Goku especially. She was awesome. I loved her. She brought out a fucking great performance. And the little tidbits of stuff we did get of Goku, Masuko Nozawa was fucking awesome and I enjoyed her. But the same thing goes for everybody else, especially Buu. Buu and Masuko Nozawa brought the heat when it comes to voice talents in this episode, in my opinion. With all being said, my final execution move, my final verdict for this episode is a solid 9 out of 10. I'm just saying, like, I just really enjoyed this episode, and I could maybe almost say that this could be one of my favorite fights out of Super that doesn't have Goku and Vegeta in it. It was just a very fun, action-packed episode. With that being said, subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. I really would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and get more Dragon Ball content in the future, and I hope you enjoyed. And this has been George 12.